Come here now, girl.
Hey guys, about again, I'm here to do a sort of different video, sort of an overview because I've missed quite a while. Reasons where I just a busy summer. I mean, that's really all I can say. So this will be a different video. I'm just giving you my thoughts on chapter 492 all the way to chapter 500. What I remember, did not reread them, and I'm going to be focusing on the major issues that plague the arc. Oh, there might be some. Actually, I should overlay this video with like a shit ton of fan service, just a fairy tale fan service compilation video, just to give you something pretty to look at. Anyway, my own thoughts aside, let us begin with the first name is Mira. So, Mira Jane shows up, and well, she doesn't show up. After the split, she encounters the two lollies. Can we sort of in between lolly and milf women? I don't even know what to call them. Stick women. Really, because they were actually sticks. Because the woman Eileen, or the girls I should say, that Eileen was with, and she handles them easily. Even though for some reason Hiromashima tries to build up some sort of tension with these guys. Don't know why. I mean, I don't think anybody in the fairy tale versus expected Mira to lose. I mean, if she had lost them, I mean, that would have been stupid. Only for Eileen to use teleportation magic and go right behind fucking Mira, because there's the only logical explanation of how she got there so fast. Pins her to a wall and starts sadistically torturing her, because every fairy tale villain fails to just simply kill people. My god, how many fairy tale villains have failed to simply use the vanishing blow. It is ridiculous how many times they'll have fairy tale members pinned into a corner. Instead of just killing them, they'll just talk or do some stupid shit that very members can break out of. It's ridiculous. I mean, sorry, just a bit of going on there. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, of course, Brandish shows up to stop. Well, August and Brandish show up. August shoots her, then Brandish heals the wound because, you know, August missed, I guess. And if you shot her through the heart, she'd be dead instantly, so shrinking the size of the wound is literally going to do nothing. So August misses the shot, just, again, this is just shooting her through the brain or some other thing, just upper chest, thoracic area, probably broke a rib, which Brandish can shrink easily. So that was pointless. That entire scene just felt to me like a completely dragged out nonsense. Then, finally, we got introduced to the new Spriggans. So I believe actually we've seen 11 out of the 12 currently. But it turns out all the Spriggans are back, because Nineheart brings back anyone that's died. Can't remember, there's only Bradman and Godzarina, I believe, that have died from Spriggans. Yes. Who, by the way, we're going to talk about Godzarina. Like, that is a whole, that deserves its own fucking rant. Okay, that really does. But anyway, so Nineheart brings back all these characters only to, I mean, Jesus, and then you imagine this panel of all the Spriggans instead of just standing there and they're all like hyped and they're all ready to go, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, these guys are gonna get one-shotted, two-shotted, or three-shotted so fast. It's not even gonna be funny. So that was that panel. It was actually quite a good chapter if you just ignore the fact that the upcoming chapters it's gonna ruin any setup that Hiromashima has just done in that chapter. Yeah, and then this is actually where the rant begins. I mean, I think just before Gildart shows up, the arc wasn't all that bad. It was, a few hiccups here, you know. But then once Gildart shows up, because, first of all, fucking hell, Gildart shows up to take on God Fail. Godzarina, who the fuck cares? Of all the fucking Spriggans that Gildart's gonna show up to fight, August, Eileen, that's it. He shows up to fucking fight Gildart, the guy who has been bothered here since the fucking arc began. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, it was literally a waste of a hero. It's probably what I would have called that chapter review had I done it. Because it was like, just Gildart, fight. How many chapters has been missing? Meanwhile, no explanation of where he was. Just nobody's like, hey, where the fuck have you been, man? We've been at war forever, you know, what is going on? No, everyone's just like, Gildart's here, yay! Even though it took the entire island to be shrunk together, which, by the way, that tree is still trash the island. Does that mean the Fairfield members are invincible? Anyway, the Gilda shows up. Of course he finishes one thing. Why wouldn't he? I'm surprised. All I'm surprised about is it took 2 chapters. I mean, Arachnologia came in. You'll not survive Arachnologia. Like, it's a difference in power there. It was ridiculous. And that's the guy you're gonna waste the introduction of Gildas on? Oh, I felt like it should have been August. Gildas should have been on this war. That's the problem. So anyway, so after that waste of Gildas, we don't get to see him until we see Einville freeze literally everybody. And this is where stupid begins to take effect. Look, Einville puts a spell on Mavis, right? Okay, so this spell basically stops Mavis from thinking rational thoughts. Except she can think rational thoughts because the thought that you can no longer think rational thoughts is in fact a rational thought. So stupid spell aside, Einville was a key in keeping Mavis subjugated. So who is the first Spriggan that that Zareth should never send to the fucking battlefield, okay? Eileen, because she's currently securing his goal, which is very hard, and Einville, because he's currently making sure Mavis can't move, and yet Einville's... Oh, this is where Yamashima lost me. I'm like, what is going on? But why would you send on Einville? The guy is your key to keeping Mavis subject. So Einville shows up, greases everybody, has the usual fairy tale cool introduction, like, oh, I'm cool, man. Look at my cool powers. It affects all of you, only to have the power negated literally chapters later. Well, obviously Grey isn't frozen because Grey is so used to ice, I guess, that even core freeze magic just doesn't affect him, which I'm not complaining, but it just seemed like the level between Grey's ice resistance and Einville's ice potency just should have been much greater than it was. But buying the Grey could survive Einville's lost, despite the fact that he froze Natsu. I mean, that's like whose ice resistance should be higher than Grey's because he uses fire. Anyway, despite the fact that he froze Natsu, he didn't freeze Grey. And so it's basically Grey versus Einville, which this fight, okay, I'm going to admit it right now, started off well. You had, I mean, I like Grey, I'm biased towards Grey anyways. So you had Einville, showcasing off his ice powers. You had Grey also countering, and he was also countering because he had the Demon Ice. And it was very clear that Demon Ice could compete with Einville's ice. Even Natsu eventually broke out of Einville's freezing thing. And while those fights started off pretty great, then you had the most... I think this is so strange, because I like Grey, I hate Juvia. Like, she's really just... She's so annoying. She's the most one-dimensional character in Fairy Tail. He isn't the main character. I mean, you've got Lucy, Natsu. There's a long list, but she's definitely on there. So anyway, Juvia shows up and Einville starts pitting them against each other. Okay, so this is where the bullshit chapter begins. So, okay, first of all, this is gonna sound strange. So Einville's magic is to freeze things, and to sort of freeze the essence of things. But for some reason, he can manipulate, mind control you by freezing 2 shackles together that forces you to fight. I don't understand how that fucking works, okay? Maybe he freezes all of the thoughts in your mind, but fighting the guy is really never in play, okay? How does freezing things, even if you could freeze core things, lead to total mind control? I mean, just fucking unbelievable. Okay, it wasn't total mind control, but I mean, fucking, the guy could literally make you fight somebody you didn't want to. So he has Grey and Juvia fight, and they both... Honestly, a pretty touching scene because Grey died. I didn't really give a shit. When Juvia stabbed herself, I was all happy. I was like, yes, Juvia's out of the series. But when Grey did it as well, I was like, wow, this is deep stuff. Okay. So after seeing Gadget's death, my doubts were very high for this chapter. I was like, there is no way in hell. Like, Gadget survived. No way in hell Juvia's still dead. Oh, little did I know, Hiromashima. Oh my god. Oh, have I talked about Serena yet? God Serena. Bloody, before I go on, right? God Serena, right? He's reintroduced. He has 8 of the Dragon Slayer agreement and is beating without us seeing 8 of his Dragon Slayer elements. Great writing, Hiromashima. I'm so glad you introduced that useless piece of shit. Anyone who, like, honestly, I think this guy in the comment section who calls himself God Serena, just change his name, man. He sucks. Just honestly, fucking Lucy Hartfield is a better name than Grace God Serena. Just useless. Just complete garbage. Don't know about Spriggan who did the least. Honestly, him and Jacob are running neck and neck for worst Spriggan. So anyway, chapter 500, the worst chapter of Fairy Tail in a very long time, since Grey was since Gadget came back, right? Okay, so so we start off with fucking Grey pissed off because Juvia somehow had his blood. She could somehow change water to blood. I don't even ask. Could Juvia change water to blood? Was that ever established in Fairy Tail? No. Can she do it now? Yes, absolutely, because love. She changed water to blood, gave Grey a blood transfusion, which, by the way, stabbing yourself in the heart is not healed by blood transfusions. Does nobody here know anything about fucking diagnosing, or, I mean, just even the most cursory look at any sort of medical science will tell you that stabbing yourself in the heart does not be healed by blood transfusion, okay? But maybe you could say it wasn't the heart, it was the chest. But even then, the wound is still there. No words. Okay, so just the infection. I can't even. Okay, it was frozen. Fuck it. The bacteria can't work while it was frozen, right? Just gotta suspend my disbelief here. Like, a blood transfusion somehow heals Gray. And even if you did have a blood transfusion, there's no fucking way you'd be ready to fight. So it's an anime. It's an anime. I just gotta focus on this anime. That's just a rant of nothing. Okay. So he's healed by a blood transfusion, right? Okay, so let's back up. He goes to fight Anvil second time around, and so you're thinking, right, usual fairy tale bullshit. Jury just died, he's gonna get a fucking power up, you know, it's what always happens. Oh no, you ruined my Nakama, and then so he gets his power up, starts beating the shit out of Anvil. Who just guess what Anvil's ultimate power is? Anvil can use ice. Okay, so he can freeze things, he can use spears, ice anything. He can basically do everything Gray can do. And guess what his fucking ultimate ability is? Is it something to do with ice mind control or some sort of super ice creations? Maybe he's going to create things. No, it's an armor. Mashima, I know you cannot do good action, but this is ridiculous. Is every single Spriggan, despite no matter what their power is, going to be beaten by punches and kicks? Like, Mashima will not rest. He will not rest until every fucking Spriggan is defeated by punches, kicks, or sword slashes, goddammit. That is his goal. I mean, I think Ninehearts just narrowly escaped it, but he's back. Oh no, he was beaten by a punch and jumped effect. Wow, okay. So anyway, Anvil uses a secret technique, which is an armor, and he's like, look, the blurb is all this armor can freeze anything. Gray isn't frozen, right? So he's lied, basically. You said your armor can freeze anything, Gray isn't frozen, so you're a complete bullshit artist, okay? So go fuck yourself. And did Anvil think to retreat at this point, so he wouldn't put Zerath's plan in danger? No! Stays there, get his armor. The Gray starts absorbing Anvil's life, which is very interesting, because he uses his demon power to do it. Like, similar to when Natsu can eat other elements, it seems Gray can. Gray's demon slaying magic also allows him to do the very similar, it's not the same, it's similar enough thing. So he sets his own the ice and beats the living shit out of Anvil, which, by the way, other than this fight ending with punches and kicks, just like every other goddamn fight, it was the most just stupid. Gray like charges up the punch, kicks it, breaks his armor, even though the ice should be the exact same durability. Isn't it just steel hit and steel? Like, Gray's arm should be shattered just as much as Anvil's armor would be. But anyway, breaks through Anvil's armor, right? Okay. Which is ice is still intact. Makes no bloody sense. There's no reason Anvil can't create like an infinite amount of these armor. Not on top of that, there's no reason why Anvil would be hurt if only his armor is broken. But I guess Gray's punch was so fucking powerful, it went right through the armor and hit Anvil at the same time, which is not how armor works. But anyway, what is the point of fucking armor if it doesn't protect you? I mean, it's supposed to freeze anything. So anyway, so Anvil's down on the floor, and you know, it actually isn't all that bad. And then Gray starts saying how, this was an oddity for me. Gray doesn't want to kill Anvil because it wouldn't change anything. I mean, that was surprising, because I was like, Mashima, if you're gonna like sort of delve into darkness, can you at least jump in head first and not like dip your toe in the water? Like, what the hell? No one who's just lost their wife or family or someone they cared about is gonna look at the murderer and be like, literally, it hasn't even been an hour. It's been like a few minutes. Like, the injury's still raw, right? And be like, I forgive you. But what is this, a saint? Fucking Saint Gray. Anyway, but gives Anvil, which shocked the crap out. I was like, that was way too fast. So anyway, so that part of the chapter, it was alright. It was the best part of the chapter, which is sad, because the next part, okay, so you have Brandish, right, hyping. Oh, Brandish was on that Spriggan hype train. He was like, Spriggans are unbeatable. I've seen what these guys can do. God damn it, you guys don't stand a chance. Blah 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 blah. And then guess what? Nineheart shows up. He's like, oh shit, I've been powered up by Eileen. Natsu's just like, fuck you. He just one shots at Nineheart, who, by the way, is responsible for keeping 2 or 3. I haven't figured out who the third one is. Spriggans alive. So when Nineheart's knocked out, I'm guessing. Because it happened last time, his power deactivates, meaning all, like, not Jacob, sorry. Is it Jacob? Did Jacob die? He should have by Natsu's punch, but did he actually die? No, I don't think so. So he's responsible became Serena, who was already dead, because Gildarts showed no fear and he was hacking, I guess. And what was the other guy? Bradman. They're both dead. So yay! Thank you. So in one chapter, Hirashima managed to one-shot 4 Spriggans, I believe. Bradman, Jacob, God Serena, and Anvil, which Anvil technically wasn't a one-shot, it was more like a multiple series of hits, culminating in one ultimate hit. But Yeah, okay, so he managed to one shot three Springer. I was shocked. Smash even surprised the fuck out. Like, this dude could one shot villains before, but three at the same. I mean, damn, the guy's skill is over 9, and this was literally seconds after Brandish was hyping the Springer up. Oh man, so. As I said, that's the lead up to chapter 400, and that's just my thoughts on the chapter. Probably what I would have said if I did a review. I mean, I probably missed out some things. Again, I didn't reread the chapters. This is straight off of memory of what just the top things that happened. So it's probably gonna be a long one. I really should think of putting tits analysis in here. So I think that's YouTube policies.